count this as a double honor, serving as the Hunt Studio Coordinator and emceeing tonight, but I'm getting ready to do something I've never done before that a lot of people don't get a chance to do. Um, and I'm gonna share this because I think it is appropriate. So if you haven't heard these words from Mayor Muhammad, then I don't know. But Mayor Muhammad used to work at Benton High School, and back then when I was in school, I just thought it was so cool. Every time he would see me, he would comment on my bow ties, and then he'll say, "My main man." So if you haven't heard Mayor Muhammad say, "My main man," well, you may not be as lucky as I am. So at this time, I would like for you guys to give a round of applause for the Mayor of Benton Harbor, Mr. Mayor Muhammad.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. It's such a great honor to be here with you to honor and pay our respect to a giant and a diamond amongst men. And the thing about a diamond, not only does it carry great complexity, but in order to really see the value of a diamond, it has to be held up in the light. And they use a special type of instrument in order to assess the value. So you have to look at a diamond from many different angles, because one complexion may give you yellow, while another one may give you just a clear view. And Mr. Hunt was like that. You know, to really understand the impact and the gravity of a man who touched Benton Harbor and so many other places, we have to look at him on the many different sides and the many different ways that he impacted humanity. So I must say we didn't have a lot in common. But the thing about art, it brings people from many different walks of life. It brings them together. And I just want to read this proclamation, if I may. It reads, "Proclamation declaring April 24th as Richard Hunt Day in the city of Benton. Whereas Richard Howard Hunt was born on September 12, 1935 in Chicago, Illinois, he made his transition on December 16, 2023. And whereas Hunt sculpted major monuments and sculptures for some of our country's greatest heroes, including Martin Luther King Jr., Mary McLeod Bethune, Jesse Owens, Hobart Taylor Jr., and Ida B. Wells. His sculptures commemorate events from the slave trade and the Middle Passage to the Great Migration. Whereas Richard Hunt was the first African-American artist to receive a solo retrospective at New York's Museum of Modern Art. And whereas his pieces can be seen throughout the United States, internationally, and in our own surrounding communities. And whereas he believed in the arts as a critical component of civic life and made the decision to be part of a nascent arts district and to help foster a sense of place and belonging. Whereas Richard has been a part of Benton Harbor, St. Joseph community since 1995, when the internationally renowned sculptor opened a satellite studio at 258 Territorial Road and was invited to establish the space as part of the community renewal through the arts program. And whereas after 28 years of creating in the space, Hunt gifted his studio to Prazel Art Center. You can give that around. with the request that it remain rooted in the arts and be an active, vibrant resource to Benton Harbor. And whereas Mr. Hunt was a lifelong advocate for equity and inclusion, and would say that his attendance at the funeral of Emmett Till, who he grew up near, helped establish the course for his career, which was really focused around representing freedom in every sense. He recently completed a mold for a monument to Emmett Till that is to be installed at the childhood home of the civil rights icon. And now therefore be it resolved that I, Mayor Marcus Muhammad, on behalf of the City Commission and its residents, hereby declares Richard Hunt as an honorary resident and designated April 24th as Richard Hunt Day in the city of Benton Harbor. And we'll be working closely with the Crazel Arts and of course the City Commission, where we can have territorial named after Richard. My last memory of Mr. Hunt was his penetrating eye, where he had a way where he can look at you and see, and it seems as if he could just see through you. And one thing about the eye, you can't see the brain, but the only part of the brain that you can see is through the human eye. Thank you.
For some reason, every time I hear him speak in public, when he gets done, I want to say amen. At this time, before I bring our last speaker up, I would like to thank some of the sponsors who have contributed to tonight's event. I would like to thank our pianist for the evening, Mr. Benton. I would also like to thank Mr. Brian Joseph for his support on tonight for this event. Bread Bar and Bitter Swiss. And also many volunteers that are here tonight. Before bringing this person up, I would like to just say, I really appreciate our conversations. I don't want to get emotional. Come stand with me. I haven't known her very long at all, but from the moment that I sat in the chair next to her, she just made me feel welcome. She made me feel wanted. As a Black individual, I share with Tammy almost every day at work how thankful and grateful I am of her being the kind of boss that she is. And I know she doesn't like being called like boss or anything like that. But yesterday I saw Tammy doing something that I really just don't quite understand. She is the executive director for Crazel Arts. She's also the curator for Crazel Arts. And yesterday Tammy was cleaning the bathrooms. And I'm like, I said, why are you cleaning the bathrooms like that? I'm here, like, I could do that. And she just like shook it off or whatever. And that really touched my heart because I'm like, if I'm gonna be working with someone who's ahead of me I don't ever want to feel like I'm less than or I'm not being paid attention to. And from day one, Tammy has made me, the whole Crazzle crew, I'm sorry, because some of these people are part of the team as well. But I'm just speaking from my heart. I know she wasn't expecting me to do a long introduction or anything like that, but I'm just very humble and grateful for this opportunity. I won't share too much about how I got the opportunity, but it's a tearjerker as well, and Tammy will tell you when it was offered to me, I did cry, simply because I wanted to be a part of the Chrysler team. I did not just want to volunteer. I did not just want to do pop-up shops and things like that. There were conversations that I had inside of my home with my wife about being a part of Chrysler Arts team. And as I stand here today, I would like to say I am a part of the team. So at this time, I would like to present your song and introduce the others.